everybody. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm Talia, founder of Soul Moon Rising, and I'm here this evening to share with you the new series that I'm so excited about. It's called Love Rehab, where we are going to be helping you to transform your mindset and attract soulmate relationships. So, a little about me. A few years ago, I started studying NLP. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay, because I was having trouble earlier. Drop like some hearts or something if the sound is okay. Let me know. So, anyways, a few years ago, I started studying NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming. And, it's been a really incredible journey. And this road for me, like, I've learned so many things, so many deep mindset tools, and not just like surface level stuff, believe in yourself or any of the other things that people say. It's really about the deep tools that work with your subconscious mind that have completely helped me to shift my life. So, for the next 7 days, I'm going to be releasing some emails for you all every day with a new ritual or a new technique for you to use for my subscribers. I'm going to be having exclusive content for you all week long, from a brand new hypnosis session that's called Rewire Your Self-Love Blueprint. It's a guided meditation hypnosis for manifesting soulmate love. And you can only get it if you sign up during the challenge. So make sure you sign up. And so the reason why I'm doing this, though, you guys, is because, I grew up with a single teen mom who married very young to a man who was abusive. And eventually my mom left my stepdad, and we eventually moved in with my grandparents. And after my mom left my stepdad. So she worked, full time at night. She went to nursing school in the daytime. And even though there were adults like around all the time, us kids were still kind of left to our own devices most often. And being the eldest daughter, I was stuck watching, my younger brother and sister a lot. I was told I had to help out because my mom was in school. She was trying to get her stuff together to like make things better for us. And so I just was a very serious child. Like, I had way too many responsibilities for my age. I was cooking, cleaning, watching kids, going to school, doing my homework. And I really didn't have a social life, like, other than my one or two best friends. And so as a result, I was very socially awkward, outside of my family. I was very to myself, and a lot of times I felt very small. I felt very invisible in a lot of ways because I was never invited to do stuff, to hang out, because the answer was always no, because I had responsibilities at home. And my mom, she got into another really toxic relationship. And so witnessing just the stress and the confusion of all of those things that come with was just a lot for a young girl, right? A young child. And yeah, we're not really prepped for those kinds of things. Like, no one ever talked to me about how to deal with that stuff, the things that I was seeing. Like, school didn't teach me, my family didn't teach me. Like, and especially, not when it came to dating, especially, or being in healthy relationships. It was just kind of like, boys are bad, stay away from them, don't get pregnant, And I know a lot of people don't ever learn how to have healthy relationships, or have never maybe even seen one. How did I handle it? Yeah, so it took a lot of subconscious reprogramming, because a lot of times when we get into connection with someone that we think we really love, that's when a lot of our past pain and confusion and hurt comes up, and we just have no idea how to make things work, even if we really want to. And I know exactly how that feels. That's what I experienced. I've dealt with it all in relationships, on top of like my own anxiety and ADHD that just really had me going in circles, in other areas of my life. And, even though I was never clinically diagnosed, I definitely had a lot of low periods in my life, and that definitely impacted who I was showing up as and being in relationships and how I was being treated, because, people are what? Our mirrors, right? So, what I'm going to be sharing during this 7-day series is just the tools that I've learned and used on myself and my clients that have really helped me, and that has helped me to just work to shift in my life and just help me get really strong in my self concept and in my sense of self. And these tools, they really empower people to recognize that you can have whatever it is that you want in your life, like no matter, where you've come from. And that's the whole basis of my business, is just showing you that no matter, what you've gone through or what you've had to overcome, that you can create the life that you want. You really can. And that's my passion in this world. And I just know that there are so many people who are saying to themselves, saying no to themselves and limiting themselves and holding themselves back. People who have so much potential and love inside that, they just don't know how or have the tools to bring that out and to clear out the old stuff, So I hope some of the tools that I'm going to be sharing with you all over the next 7 days are really going to help you. I know that they're really going to help you because they've helped me tremendously. And one of the things I really want to demystify too is the tools themselves, because sometimes when I tell people about what I've studied, which is NLP, hypnotherapy, EFT, time techniques, manifestation, of course, I talk a lot about that on this page. They think it's woo-woo, right? They think it's witchy or whatever. But what I think is that people are uncomfortable with women just being in their power and knowing too much and doing too much and being too much. But if you've been following me for any length of time, then you know that that is all that I teach, is how to empower yourself to become the best version of you. And one of my teachers, Queen Afua, I went through her Sacred Woman initiation back in 2020. And she always says that when you heal the women, you heal the family. And when you heal the family, you heal the community. And pouring in love, like a deep, abiding self-love through rituals, spending time with yourself and tending to your heart and doing the mindset work, those are the most powerful ways to make change. Like, we're really going to be softening into our divine feminine power as just natural self-healers. And that's just one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about my work and this self-love series. The rituals and the tools that I'm going to be teaching you all are about your heart, and they are about your mind and changing the programming language of your mind. That is so important. For example, and also, you guys, let me know if you have questions in the chat. So the example that comes up for me is like your mind, it thinks in pictures, not words. Like, did you all know that? And how I like to phrase it or explain it is that we store all of our memories and everything that has to do with our life almost like a holographic filing cabinet. If you're, you know, old enough to know what a filing cabinet is, because I feel like a lot of people use digital files. But and by working with these different pictures, that's how we store meanings and about just all the things that, you know, we've had memories about, like that last relationship that went bad, or that argument that you had, or even the good times, you know, with your ex. Like, when you think back on those times, your mind is recalling pictures, which triggers feelings and words associated with those memories, right? So by working on your mind, we can really shift, and you really to like help you shift and to empower ourselves and recognize that, you know, we aren't as limited as we think we are. We're not victims, you know. The things that have happened to us, because you'll start to understand, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. you just mix that up like a gumbo, and it's designed to help and support you and soothe your soul and give you lessons to learn, not for you to hold on to it and use it as things to hold you back. Because a lot of the things that I went through growing up, like I said, I was really, really shy, really anxious. I could never speak in public. Like, I had such terrible anxiety. In college, I literally, public speaking 101, I developed a straight up stutter, y'all. Anytime I had to get up and talk. But now, look, here I am all these years later talking to you on camera. Like, the old me would never have even dreamed of being able to do something like this, you know? And I would say that it's not necessarily just because now I have more confidence. It's just that I've done it so much repetitiously. Now it's just a part of my identity. And that's one way that change can happen for us, is through repetition. The subconscious loves repetition. And at this point, talking on camera, I've done that so much, and I've done so much work on my self-concept and my subconscious, that getting on camera is just like riding a bike at this point. It's a program that I now have, and it just runs on autopilot to pick up a camera and start speaking, or get up and speak in front of people. But I wasn't always like this, because my childhood programming was to be shy and anxious. And a lot of people don't know this, but from the ages 0 to 7, that's when you get a lot of your core programming, And I used to have this thought that what I had to say or think about things wasn't important, because people, didn't want to hear what I had to say. So if I went to a party or a networking event, or even when I was young, starting like my first real professional job, I didn't have a lot of confidence in talking to people because I was shy and introverted, right? That was my program. But I also had the belief that, people never listen to me. And that caused, as a result, people to like cut me off or talk over me when I was trying to say something, or ignore my ideas. And that's because that is what was being projected back to me, because it was an identity that I took on from when I was younger. And I didn't realize that it was just a limiting belief. It was just a thought that I had about myself that was negative, and it wasn't real. And I didn't realize that it didn't have to be real for me, and that I had choice. And so if this is speaking to you at all, and I really hope that it is, I hope that it helps you too. And if you're feeling things like, you're not lovable, or I can't be successful, I can't, have a certain relationship, or get a certain type of job, or create a certain type of business, I want you to know that you can do it. You can. And I'm telling you that you can, no matter what those thoughts are, what's going on in your head, or what other people around you might be telling you, or how they're acting. Like, you can do it. And everything can change, like, so much. And I really think it starts with you just seeing how worthy you are, and how important you are, and how special you are, and how much potential you have. But you have to know that for yourself, right? And that's what a part of what this program, this series, is designed to teach you and instill in you, and give you some tools so that you can really start feeling into those truths about yourself. These are really powerful tools that we're going to be learning. And up until recently, I didn't talk about stuff like this in my professional circles specifically, but now it is so much a part of who I am. It's a part of my identity that I don't even try to hide it anymore. Like, because I can't. It's just a part of me, And even though, like I was saying, sometimes people don't understand my way of living, or my way of thinking, or what I teach, and they may see it as like, this, for whatever reason, they may think it's bad, or parts of it are bad, or whatever. But I just look at it as like an object, like scissors, for example, right? You can use scissors to cut your hair, and someone else can use scissors to harm someone. It's a tool. These are tools. And money is the same way, Money is the same way. It can be used to take care of yourself and you and your family, or it can be used, to manipulate and power grab, right? It's a similar principle, but we're going to be using these scissors for good, to cut away everything that's weighing us down, all those outdated beliefs about love, about what we think we deserve, and anything that's no longer supporting us. Cartoon Animal Lover asks, which indigenous teachings do I teach about? So I work a lot with indigenous medicines, plant medicine, also the medicine combo. I do that work with people one-on-one or in small groups. But let me know, is that something that I should teach and talk more about? Like I've been posting a little bit more about medicine work specifically, and how I personally use, how I personally like microdose and use microdosing to support me in not just clearing out things, but like ideating, like all types of really special and important work that spirit, has put on my spirit to bring to people, to the public. That's how this, the idea for this series even came about. I was on one of my medicine walks. I take a microdose, usually late in the morning, and I go for a morning walk, like at, the Rose Garden that's near my home, or one of the other trails. Sometimes I walk in the city around the lake and just ideate and feel and breathe. And, it's winter. I live in California, but it's still chilly in the part of California that I live in. And one of an indigenous teaching that I recently learned about is about winter medicine, for example. And the medicine of winter, I have for the longest time been anti-cold, and I always used to say like, oh, I'm allergic to the cold. I don't say that anymore, because that's speaking a negativity, a limiting belief, like over my life, right? And so I stopped saying that, but the indigenous teaching was basically saying that like the medicine of winter is that when you go out into the cold, of course you want to like cover your neck, make sure that's covered, but it's to help clear energy and to clear your mind out and just to help energy to move. And I found that I actually like going for my morning walks, I like getting out in the cold. It's invigorating. It helps me to come back into my home and focus, and it really gets things moving, You said you're heavily into Indigenous American history, and you didn't know if that's what I was talking about. I'm talking about the program, the series that we're doing. It's a 7-day series. It's called Love Rehab. Let me think. I was not initially planning to have anything specific about indigenous medicine, but that is a part of a larger program that is in development right now. So yeah, maybe not specifically in this series, but that is also coming for sure. So I hope that you all will join the series. I have a free Rewire Your Self-Love Blueprint. It's a guided meditation hypnosis. I'm a certified master hypnotherapist. So the hypnosis is the Self-Love Blueprint, a guided meditation for manifesting soulmate love. You can go to my site and add your email, and you can get access to that. And yeah, you can access that only during the challenge though. So I really hope that I will see you all inside. Let me know if you have any more questions. That's my little spiel for the night. The program, the hypnosis is going to be ready in the morning. So I'll be sending out emails to my list with that. Thank you so much, Cartoon Animal Lover. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for checking in. You all let me know if you have any other questions. If not, I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. I'm actually visiting with one of my spiritual teachers tomorrow. I don't want to say who just yet, but I'm going to make some content about it in the next couple of days. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of really amazing learning that's going to happen over these next 24 hours. I'm super excited for that and to tell you all about it. All right, you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Please tap in for the 7-day series. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do. I do. If you go to my profile, you'll be able to get access to my YouTube channel. Lots of good stuff, long form content over there. I usually, when I do a live like this, I'll repost it on the YouTube channel as well. So there's some other lives that are up there as well. So check that out. Thank you for all the good questions. Cartoon animal lover, I appreciate that. Appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the hearts, everybody. Yeah, tell a friend, tell a friend. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.